It's been almost 2 years since the United States Supreme Court ruled against race-based college admissions. Now, the CBS News data team has some insights on the first class of students to enter since then, giving a peek into what the future of college enrollment holds. Managing editor of the data team, Grace Manthey, explains what they uncovered.
We collected data from a little over 100 schools. 76 of them considered race in admissions prior to the SCOTUS ruling. And the data showed that underrepresented minority students, those who are Hispanic, Black, Indigenous, or Pacific Islander, the share of those students at those schools dropped by about 2 percentage points between fall 2023 and fall 2024, which is the first class affected by the ruling. And that 2 percentage points, it doesn't really seem like a lot, but what's significant about it is that if you look over the last decade or so, we're actually seeing an upward trend until this year, this past year, where we're seeing that initial drop. And so for a lot of the experts we talked to, that's what's kind of setting up a warning flag to keep an eye on this. This is just a sample of data, and it's just from 1 year, right? So it's not all encompassing. It's not necessarily a trend yet, because as data journalists, we like to look at trends over the course of 3, 5, 10 years to really identify a trend. And so here's more like signs of a possible trend. The other important thing to keep in mind is that we also saw a jump in the number of students who did not report their race at all in this data, which, as you can imagine, makes it harder for us to definitively say, yes, this is a trend, because those students could be of any race. One thing we learned when interviewing people for this story is that diversity and ensuring diversity at schools is still possible without race-based affirmative action. It's just a little bit harder. So one admissions officer we talked to said he's focused a lot on recruitment and trying to recruit from high schools in more minority areas. Another expert we talked to who actually testified in support of ending affirmative action in the SCOTUS case, he told us that focusing on socioeconomic status could actually be a better way to ensure diversity than race. But it's a little bit more expensive because it would require schools to provide more financial aid. So it is possible to cultivate a student body that reflects the community as a whole, but it just takes a little bit more work and a little bit more money on the school's part to do it.